Just past midnight on the 26th of December 2004, a massive earthquake struck off the northwest coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. It triggered a series of giant tidal waves, or tsunamis, that would claim lives and forever alter landscapes as far away as East Africa. Thailand was just one of 13 countries or territories affected by the disaster. 6 provinces on the normally picturesque Andaman coast absorbed the full force of the tsunami in Thailand. This 65-year-old man, who lost his wife in the tsunami, is one of thousands from the fishing community of Ban Nam Kem, left homeless by the disaster. Evidence of the tsunami's strength was visible nearly 1 kilometer inland in some parts of Phang Nga, the hardest hit of the 6 affected provinces. Closer to shore, few structures remained intact. The waves that struck Thailand's Andaman coast were strong enough to lift and carry ships and vehicles and uproot trees. Many people from Ban Nam Kem moved to temporary shelters after the disaster. Those who stayed back scavenged in the rubble, hoping to unearth anything of value that remained. The tsunami beached even the largest fishing vessels, leaving thousands of fishermen without jobs. At least 7,000 fishing boats along the Andaman coast sustained damage. This 46-year-old, who has always earned a living as a scavenger around Ban Nam Kem, was among the few who found themselves with more work rather than less after the disaster. Nikam Misak, a fisherman based on Kamala Beach in Phuket province, lost his longtail boat in the tsunami. All 6 Rotary clubs in Phuket are helping Misak and others rebuild their boats. A few fortunate survivors still have their homes and each other. This Ban Nam Kem residence, though damaged, has become a gathering place for neighbors with nowhere else to go. Within days of the tsunami, a 15-truck caravan loaded with food, medicine, drinking water, and coffins left Bangkok for Thailand's southern provinces. Rotary Foundation trustee Bhichai Rattakul is an advisor to a committee of Thai Rotarians formed to coordinate relief efforts immediately after the disaster. Rotarians from around the country and the world donated money that was used to purchase truckloads of food, water, and other necessities for displaced survivors. In Phang Nga, Rotarians delivered supplies to victims for weeks after the disaster. Members of the Rotary Club of Phang Nga, the only club in the devastated province, coordinated and distributed donations with help from Rotarians throughout Thailand's southernmost district. The Phang Nga Rotarians, who made more than 20 supply runs in January alone, devised an efficient roll call system for distributing supplies. Many Rotarians personally distributed rations to grateful survivors. This fishing boat captain from Ban Nam Kem is one of many who benefited from Rotary aid. He lost his wife and his 5-year-old son in the tsunami. More than 200 families staying in temporary shelters, most of them survivors from Ban Nang Kem, received rice and other basic necessities from Rotarians. The tsunami hit Coco Cau particularly hard. The 16,000-acre island off the coast of Ban Nang Kem had been gaining popularity with foreign tourists. Juri Coacau was among those who lost her home. She also lost her husband in the disaster. Today, there is only dirt where before the tsunami, Coacau's family tended an abundant field of rice paddies and cashew groves. In Ban Nai Rai, a Muslim community on the Andaman coast, rebuilding efforts were underway within weeks. Operation Rotary Cares, the national relief effort coordinated by Thai Rotarians, has funded 25 new homes and a new road here. Rotarians are also supporting recovery efforts in Coacau's community. Don Escas, a member of the Rotary Club of Fresno, California, USA, spent nearly a month as a volunteer on Coco Cau. Escas and the team of North American volunteers with whom he came helped widows, including Coacau, rebuild. Coacau and her neighbors worked side by side with Escas and other volunteers. Coacau's sister-in-law and her 3-year-old son and 14-year-old daughter will receive a new home too.